Welcome to the 10th Public Safety Awards for Frederick County. I thought about what I was going to say to start this off as I was driving here, which the chamber team will tell you is pretty routine. I figure out what I'm going to say as I'm headed to go say it. But here's the observation, and it's affirmed by standing out in the lobby and greeting many of you when you were coming in, but more importantly, standing up here and looking at you. Out of the 365 days of a Frederick County year, ladies and gentlemen, I think today is the day we collectively put our best foot forward. Today is a day when we honor heroes. Today is a day when we recognize sacrifice that exceeds human understanding. And I'm so thrilled that you've joined with us today to do that. I would ask you now, if you're able, to please stand at your seat for the presentation of colors by the combined Frederick County Public Safety Honor Guard, accompanied by the Montgomery County firefighters, pipes, and drums.
Color Guard, attention!
I would now ask you to join me in a moment of silence in recognition for our fallen heroes. Please remain standing as the national anthem is performed by Master Police Officer Robert Quinton of the Frederick Police Department.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Order, arms. Right, face. Forward, march.
And now what has become an honored tradition. It's my honor to introduce to you the Pastor Tim May, the chaplain for the Frederick County Sheriff's Office, to offer our invocation. Pastor May.
Let us come together in prayer by bowing our heads before the Almighty. Gracious and everlasting God, we reach out to you this day with a heartfelt thanksgiving. Father, we are so thankful that we have men and women who will step forward, who will take on the calls, oftentimes not even considering their own safety, but providing for others because they try to emulate those who serve others. Father, we pray for this country, which has so many roads ahead of us. We pray for the men and women in uniforms, those that go away. We pray for the families that they wait for their return. Father, we pray that you will continue to strengthen us in our walk, and that we never fear, for we are never alone. For the psalmist writes, I lift my eyes to the hills, from whence comes my help? My help comes from the Lord, made heaven and earth. He will protect your going outs and your coming ins. Father, embrace each of those individuals today who will receive awards. Father, we do thank you for the gifts that you have given us, the freedom of this day, the purpose of our lives. By the way, Lord, if you have a moment left, don't forget the Orioles. Amen.
Please be seated. As you're doing that, how about a recognition that the Honor Guard and Officer Quinton can hear out there in the lobby for that stirring opening. For the next 90 minutes or so, I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. I'm going to ask you to suspend your tension, your worry, your anxiety, all of which are perfectly understood by everyone in this room for what's happening internationally, nationally, regionally, locally, and celebrate. Breathe in, clap, cheer, understand the import, the weight of the moment while we're here together, and let's enjoy one another's company in so doing. I want to recognize some of our elected officials who have joined us today. We appreciate them taking time out of what we know to be incredibly busy days to celebrate with us here. So here's how we're going to do this. This is a test of your ability to follow simple instructions. For those of you who went through a recruit training program, this is a test of your ability to follow simple instructions. I'm going to introduce all of our elected officials to you. You're going to hold your applause, despite the fact you may have a familial connection with them or be so adamant in your proselytizing on their behalf that you just feel the compelling need to scream out. Please resist that temptation. Hold your enthusiasm until I've introduced them all, and then just explode. Blow the ceiling tiles out of the Clarion Ballroom if you're motivated. First, County Executive Jessica Fitzwater is with us. From our Frederick County Sheriff, Sheriff Chuck Jenkins is here. Our mayor, those of us who either live or work or care deeply about the city of Frederick, we're honored to have Michael O'Connor with us this morning. From the Myersville Council, Council Member Lauren Vandergrift is here. From my city council, the amazing City Council of Brunswick, we have 3 council members with us. Council Member Angel White, Council Member John Caves, and Council Member Eric Smothers, who most of you know from his day job when he's not being a city councilman. Okay. There, I did it. Now it's your turn. Okay, same process, same instructions. I want to introduce those leaders from our public safety departments who will be joining us on stage later this morning for the awards. So you are going to be happy that they're here and wait until I'm done to applaud them. Brunswick's Chief, Kevin Grunwell. Mount Airy's Chief, Michael Generva. The Chief of the Division of Fire and Rescue Services, Tom Coe. Division of Emergency Management, Division Director, Tony Rossano. Division of Emergency Communications Director, Phil Lambert. Frederick County Animal Control Sergeant, Maggie Hill. Frederick City Chief of Police, Jason Lando. Frederick County Sheriff, Chuck Jenkins, and Maryland State Police Lieutenant, Stephen Johnson. Give it to him. There you go. Thank you very much for that. We also want to thank our generous sponsors, without whose support this simply would not be possible. Our presenting sponsor, and someone we love deeply, Paul Davis Restoration. Give it up for him. This relationship goes back many, many years, and we deeply appreciate it. Our premier sponsor and the provider of the amazing audio-video component to our presentation this morning, Audio Video Group. Our video sponsor, and you won't appreciate how amazing this is until you've seen these videos, but we once again benefit from the work of Frederick County Video Services. Our three platinum sponsors, ACNB Bank, Clark Computer Services, and Frederick Health Employer Solutions. Our gold sponsors, Berman Sobin Gross LLP, Hankey's Radio, the Fredericktown Group at Morgan Stanley, the Arenda Center of Wellness, and Rowan Digital Infrastructure. Our silver sponsor, the City of Brunswick, Mid-Atlantic Center for Emergency Management and Public Safety at Frederick Community College, and Woodsboro Bank. Our bronze sponsors, Atlantic Emergency Solutions, DCM Bioservices, Frederick Brickworks, Hood College, Hartfield's Assisted Living at Frederick, and Stauffer Funeral Homes. Our brass sponsors, Colonial Jewelers, Fort Detrick Alliance, Hawkins Landscaping, HR Answer Box, and Phoenix Advocates. Our community partner sponsors, Audra Jacob, Playground Specialists, and Postern. How about a big round of applause for all of our sponsors? This event would not be possible without an amazing planning committee who have worked for a year to prepare for today, and I'd like to introduce them to you, ask you to hold your applause until I've introduced them all. I'd ask the members of the planning committee that are here, please stand as I call your name and stay standing until we introduce the whole committee. Brunswick Police Chief Kevin Grunwell and Assistant Chief Andrew Crone. Animal Control Division Director Dave Luckenball and Division Deputy Willie Walton. Fire and Rescue Chief Tom Coe and Leslie Lenhart. Emergency Communications Assistant Director Christy Dutrow and Administrator Jennifer Staley. Sheriff's Office Commander Brian Woodward. Frederick Police Department Chief Jason Lando, Officer First Class Deborah Kidwell, and Corporal Kevin Forrest. Maryland State Police Lieutenant Stephen Johnson. Mount Airy Chief Mike Generva. How about a round of applause for these amazing people? The interviews you will see today and the taping of today's event are courtesy of Frederick County Frederick County Government Communication and Public Engagement Department, which includes video services. Round of applause, please. And now the easiest thing that I ever do. because all the credit I think I've ever gotten in over a decade leading this chamber is because of these amazing people. Kimberly, Maddie, Abby, and who am I missing? Casey. But so I screwed my order up, which is why I stumbled, because I saved the person I want to recognize most for today for last. Shelby Malley took this event with very little preparation and has done an outstanding, incredible job in pulling together the myriad logistics that are necessary to put together a 400-plus person event. So how about a round of applause for the amazing chamber team? It's now my honor to bring up to the podium a person who I've gotten to know very well over the course of the last 2 years, actually 2.5 years. I'd known her certainly long before that in her service as a member of the county council, but I've certainly gained a deeper appreciation and understanding of how hard she works, how much she believes, and how passionate she is for a brighter future for Frederick County. Ladies and gentlemen, our county executive, Jessica Fitzwater.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's so wonderful to see this room full of community leaders and public servants, just as it is every year. And I am honored to be able to be here to speak to you on behalf of all the residents of Frederick County as your county executive. And what I wanted to share this morning actually echoes a little bit of what you already heard Rick say. Sometimes I think we're in each other's brains at these events because we are often thinking alike. This event every year is really an opportunity to shine a light on the best of our community and the best of Frederick County. I think that especially in the times that we're in right now where we see things on social media or the nightly news that are really meant to divide us and really can bring a lot of feelings of overwhelm. Here in this room and in this community, we see a stark contrast to that. We see civic leaders and business leaders and government leaders coming together to recognize the civil servants in our community, to recognize the first responders who make a choice every day to put on a uniform and to serve our community, to make our community better, to make sure that our community is safe, and to make sure that through that action, everybody in our community has the opportunity to thrive and meet their full potential. If you do not feel safe in your community, you will never be able to bring your full self to your work, to your family, and to your community. So we are incredibly grateful for the partnership that we have with county government, our municipalities, with the chamber, and all of our public safety agencies to be able to have an event like today and truly recognize the sacrifice that you and your families make to make sure that this community is the best that it can possibly be. Today's event and the folks that we will be recognizing are truly an example of what brings us together, regardless of ideology or partisan affiliation. It's the sort of thing that makes our country great and truly makes Frederick County great. In Frederick County, we thank and recognize our first responders. We lift you up in the hopes that our children will consider pursuing careers in the uniformed services. This is what Frederick County looks like and what our country looks like. And we're going to continue to put our best foot forward as a community because it's central to our identity, to our core values, to our rich history, and to our bright future here in Frederick County. So thank you all for your collaboration, for your efforts to make sure that Frederick County is the absolute best place to live in the state of Maryland. We're so grateful to each and every one of you who do this every day, and especially to those of you who are being recognized today. Congratulations to you and your families, and thank you for your service.
So I have a whole introduction to read to introduce our MC to you for the morning. Other than making sure I got jobs and dates right, I didn't really need an introductory paragraph to introduce you to this next guy. I'm going to follow the script a little bit to make sure I hit those high points. But suffice it to say, I have maybe a dozen people in Frederick County that are my North Star. They are the people who I depend on to guide me, provide me mentorship, advice. Many of them are in the room. If you're a member of the Frederick County Chamber Board of Directors, would you please stand for just a second? All you board members, stand. Dwayne, Kevin, Adam, Danny, Helen. You just met, of the 12 North Stars, you just met 5 of them when they stood. So I'd like to introduce you to Steve Hine. Steve has over 43 years of banking experience. I guess he started when he was 8. Prior to his current role as Chief Executive Officer at Woodsboro Bank, he held executive roles with regional and community banks in New York, Ohio, and Maryland. His roles often focus on building, fixing, and growing business units and culture. He is active in the Frederick County community. He serves as the chair of the board of the Frederick County Chamber of Commerce. He is a past corporator at St. Catherine Drexel Catholic Church, a member and past president of the Rotary Club of Carroll Creek, past board chair for the YMCA of Frederick, and former coach for Luya and Frederick Stars Women's Lacrosse Club. He also serves as the vice chair of the Alfred University, that's in upstate New York, Board of Trustees. Steve is also the first recipient of the Leadership Frederick County Community Impact Leader of the Year Award in 2023. Steve and his wife, Carol, live in Imesville. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to present to you the MC for the morning, one of my truly best and most valued friends in Frederick County, Mr. Steve Hine.
Good morning, everyone. How we doing? I gotta make sure I have water under here. Got all sorts of things. So, I don't think there's a room in Maryland where I could feel safer at this very moment. I say that for so many reasons. But it is an honor to be here today, and I'm going to do my best to MC this. This is not my day job, but I am going to do my best. And I have prepared remarks, so if it comes across like I'm reading, I am. But that's really to keep us moving and to make sure I don't miss anything, and really speaking through the honorees here today, which are so impressive. It is just an honor, though, to be here, for our 10th annual Public Safety Awards. A little bit of background. All of the honorees today have been carefully selected by an unbiased panel of judges. I want to thank all of you who submitted nominations. That certainly in and of itself is really important, and that speaks to, again, the character of the people being nominated, as well as the nominator. An even bigger thank you to all the women and men who have made the selfless sacrifice in Frederick County every day to keep our businesses and our families safe. And as our county executive just said, if we can't be safe in our community, we can't bring our best selves to, frankly, to work, to our families every day. And thank you all for doing that. For each agency, I'll announce the agency, a short video will play, and then I'll announce the awardees and share a little about the awardee. After hearing about each award, I'd ask that the honoree or the awardee make their way to the stage, entering to the right of the stage. I'm supposed to point left, that's stage to that side, and then you'll exit over here on this side. And make sure to stop in the middle because we'll take pictures and so forth. So with that, I'm going to apologize in advance for any names I mispronounce. Do you want to do an over-under on how many names? 5, 7, 10? I often like to say that, English is a second language for me and I don't have a first one. So I'll do my best. I really will. We have 29 honorees this morning, so let's just get at it. I would first like to invite County Executive Fitzwater and Fire Chief Tom Coe to the stage to join me here, and we'll go through the first 10 awards, and we'll recognize the Division of Fire and Rescue Services.
The Division of Fire and Rescue Services in Frederick County boasts 652 career and 548 volunteer personnel who are on the front lines. In 2024, across 29 stations, they responded to 40,049 calls, with an average emergency response time of 8 minutes and 4 seconds. In 2024, they added a fourth firefighter to 8 more engine companies and added an additional advanced life support service in Thurmont through the staffing of Paramedic Engine 102. Fire Rescue attended 429 community outreach events and launched their first junior firefighter camp with Frederick County Parks and Recreation. In 2024, they hired 40 new firefighters, trained 10 paramedics, and completed 18,142 hours of training, earning 1,209 new certifications. The division also issued 1 unit citation and 18 EMS awards.
Well, we're fortunate to have an amazing group of award winners this year that have performed above and beyond the expectations of our fire and EMS personnel and the service they provide the citizens. From life-saving actions to incredible dedication to their service in the fire station, we're very proud of the group of award winners we have this year. Today's award winners represent the best of what the Division of Fire and Rescue Services has to offer. And they professionally represent the Division of Fire and Rescue Services in everything they do in the community, from emergency response to public safety fire education details to training evolutions. These folks that are recognized this year are truly the leaders of the county's fire service. Frederick County has always been very supportive of the public safety agencies in Frederick County, especially the Division of Fire and Rescue Services. We have 29 fire stations around the county, and our career and volunteer personnel always appreciate the support they receive from our community. And today's awards ceremony is just one great example of how the community supports and appreciates our fire service. This year's award winners have accomplished amazing things and so professionally have represented what our organization stands for. Their professionalism and precision have truly led to lives saved, and we're so excited to recognize them in today's award ceremony.
Okay, I jumped the gun there earlier. Let's get underway. The Silver Medal of Bravery Award is given to Station 33 C Shift. On July 16th at 6:43 p.m., Frederick County DFRS responded to a house fire on Bartonsville Road in a rural, non-hydrated area. Initial reports indicated no one was trapped, but upon arrival, Engine 331's crew, Captain David Lall, Technician Michael Sukinek, and firefighter Steve Martin found an unattended vehicle in the driveway, raising concerns. They encountered heavy fire on the second floor and ammunition igniting inside. While advancing a hose line to the rear, firefighter Martin noticed broken glass, blood, and a groaning sound behind a partially blocked door. Forcing entry, he found a victim lying face up in the smoke-filled structure. Working together, firefighter Martin, Captain Lull, pulled the victim to safety, while technician Sukinek applied water to the fire. The crew immediately provided medical care, and the victim was airlifted to the hospital, later making a full recovery. Their quick thinking and bravery saved a life in a rapidly deteriorating situation. Congratulations to Captain David Lull, firefighter technician Michael Sukinek, and firefighter Stephen Martin. Please come to the stage. Bronze Medal of Outstanding Performance is awarded to Station 31 B Shift. On December 27th at 10:18 p.m., paramedic engine 311 responded to a house fire on Allington Manor Circle with reports of people possibly trapped. Upon arrival, firefighters found heavy smoke and a woman trapped in a second-floor bathroom window, unable to escape due to thick smoke in her bedroom. Firefighter Ty Grossnickel immediately grabbed a ground ladder, quickly positioning it beneath the window. Climbing up, he reassured the panicked resident and guided her safely onto the ladder, carefully assisting her down to the ground, preventing a dangerous jump. Meanwhile, firefighter paramedic Jose Silva advanced a hose line into the house, locating and extinguishing the fire in the kitchen before it could spread further. Firefighter Lance Gibson, the driver, ensured proper engine placement for incoming units, assisted with hose deployment, pumped water to support interior operations, and helped steady the ladder during the rescue. The decisive, well-coordinated actions of these firefighters under extreme conditions directly saved a life and prevented greater property loss. Congratulations to Firefighter 1, Ty Grossnickel, Firefighter 3, Lance Gibson, Firefighter Medic 3, Jose Silva. Congratulations, guys. Congratulations. The Life-Saving Award is given to Station 30, B Shift. On August 30th at 12:33 a.m., units responded to a house fire at the Rectory of St. Anthony Shrine in Emmitsburg. Amid intense firefighting operations, firefighter paramedic Carrie Malta spotted a severely burned man walking down the driveway and immediately notified command. Recognizing the urgency, she took charge of patient care, coordinating with EMT Brianna Gagalis and EMT Nate Lehrman, while requesting the EMS supervisor and aviation support. When weather conditions grounded the helicopter, the team quickly adapted, transporting the patient to a hangar in Frederick City to meet Maryland State Police Trooper 3 for rapid transfer to a burn center. Throughout transport, the crew worked seamlessly, managing pain relief and accessing the patient for smoke inhalation. Anticipating cyanide poisoning from smoke exposure, they prepared and administered a critical treatment that binds the cyanide and allows the body to safely eliminate it. Their proactive approach ensured the patient received life-saving intervention before reaching definitive care. Congratulations to Firefighter Medic 3, Carrie Malta, EMT Brianna Gagalis, Lieutenant Medic Michael Steele, EMT Nate Lehrman. Congratulations. Okay, next up. Logistics technician Phil Thatcher is the recipient of this year's Distinguished Achievement Award. On December 19th, Logistics technician Phil Thatcher demonstrated exceptional responsibility and initiative when he encountered an elderly driver traveling the wrong way on Interstate 270. Recognizing the imminent danger, he quickly got the driver to stop before a major collision could occur. Activating his emergency lights, he single-handedly diverted traffic, preventing a potentially catastrophic accident. While maintaining control of the scene, he coordinated with emergency communication to request Maryland State Police and fire rescue assistance. Once additional responders arrived, they safely moved the vehicle to the shoulder where EMS assisted the driver. Technician Thatcher remained on scene until a family member arrived to escort the driver home. His swift and decisive actions went far beyond expectations, directly preventing a life-threatening incident. Congratulations to logistics technician Phil Thatcher. Congratulations. Okay. Earning this year's Supervisor of the Year award is Lieutenant Medic Cameron Pressman. Lieutenant Cameron Pressman exemplifies exceptional leadership, professionalism, and dedication to both his department and the Frederick community. Serving as an EMS supervisor, station officer, and recruit class commander, he fosters a culture of excellence and continuous improvement. His leadership extends beyond daily operations. For instance, this year, he developed a, quote, support card to provide resources for bystanders who experience trauma during emergencies. He strengthens internal and external relationships, facilitating collaboration across department ranks and with external stakeholders to enhance awareness of fire department capabilities. Pressman also plays a crucial role in training new paramedics, sharing his expertise to shape the next generation of first responders. His participation in the Leadership Under Fire program highlights his dedication to growth and his ability to navigate complex supervisory challenges with both empathy and decisiveness. And this makes him a trusted mentor among his peers. Please join me in congratulating Lieutenant Medic Cameron Pressman. Congratulations. Great job. The Medic of the Year is firefighter medic Zachary Klein. Zachary Klein has consistently demonstrated exceptional dedication, skill, and leadership since joining the Frederick County Division of Fire and Rescue in 2016. His journey began with a technical rescue team in 2018, where his expertise proved invaluable in high-pressure situations. After becoming a certified paramedic in 2020, Zachary's skill set further elevated the care provided to patients, earning him multiple life-saving awards. His passion for mentorship led him to become a preceptor in 2023, training and guiding the next generation of EMS professionals. Zachary also joined the Tactical Emergency Medical Support Team in 2022 and was honored with the Thames Medic of the Year Award in 2023. His ongoing commitment to excellence, compassion, and leadership has made a lasting impact on his colleagues as well as the community. Congratulations to firefighter medic Zachary Klein. Congratulations. Well done. Next, firefighter Mike Harrod is the recipient of the Career Firefighter of the Year Award. Assigned as the equipment technician at the Fire Rescue Training Academy since November 2023, Mike excels in maintaining and repairing apparatus, building training props, and assisting with specialized projects. His role requires a broad skill set, including carpentry, auto mechanics, and heavy machinery operations, which he applies daily. Mike consistently works independently, managing projects without direct supervision and always completing tasks on time, even going above and beyond regular work hours to do so. His contribution also extends to the National Fallen Firefighters Weekend in Emmitsburg, where he received widespread appreciation for his support. Beyond his technical skills, Mike actively promotes fitness, offering guidance and motivation to his peers. His dedication, leadership, and positive attitude make him an invaluable member of the Frederick County Division of Fire and Rescue Services. Congratulations to Firefighter 3, Mike Harrod. Congratulations. Firefighter Nicole Taylor is honored as the Probationary Firefighter of the Year. Since joining the Frederick County Division of Fire and Rescue Services, Nicole Taylor has excelled in every aspect of her role. As a recruit, she was named Class Valedictorian. Throughout her probationary period, she consistently showed initiative by arriving 90 minutes early for her shifts and completing her probationary manual ahead of schedule. Her EMS documentation has received high praise for its detail and clarity, setting the standard for others. Notably, Firefighter Taylor has played a pivotal role in saving the life of an elderly woman who suffered sudden cardiac arrest, and her team's efforts earned a recognition of EMS excellence. She has also contributed to public education, recruitment, local youth outreach, exemplifying her commitment to both the department and the community. Please congratulate Firefighter 1, Nicole Taylor. Congratulations. EMS Lieutenant Gina Panarella is awarded the Volunteer Firefighter of the Year. With over 20 years of dedication to the United Fire Company No. 3, Gina has taken on multiple key roles, including EMS Coordinator, EMT Preceptor, and Public Event Liaison. In her current role as EMS Lieutenant, she mentors new members, maintains ambulance equipment and supplies, and ensures certification compliance. Gina also serves as a CPR and MFRI EMT instructor. In 2023, Gina coordinated 74 standby requests, ensuring EMS and fire prevention personnel were available for events such as those at Carroll Creek, Frederick County High School sporting events, and the Community Christmas Santa Run. By October 2024, she had already arranged 62 standby requests, including coverage for the Frederick Keys at Nimio Field for 80 games in 2023 and 40 games in 2024. Gina's tireless dedication to supporting these community events showcases her commitment to keeping Frederick safe. She is also actively involved in several committees, including the Frederick County Volunteer Fire and Rescue Association Executive Committee, Operations, and EMS committees. Please join me in congratulating EMS Lieutenant Gina Panarella. Finally, the Outstanding Citizen Award is given to Tracy King. At 6:56 a.m. on October 19th, 2024, emergency responders were dispatched to a serious motor vehicle collision on Route 80 in Ivesville. The crash involved a head-on collision between two vehicles, one of which caught fire upon impact. As first responders worked to assess the scene, they learned of a critical act of bravery that had already taken place. Tracy King, who had been traveling on Route 80 at the time, witnessed the accident and sprang into action. Seeing one of the vehicles engulfed in flames with an occupant trapped inside, she rushed towards the burning vehicle without hesitation. Acting quickly, she pulled the victim from the wreckage and moved them to safety before emergency personnel arrived. The injured individual received immediate medical attention and was airlifted to a trauma center for further care. Without Tracy's courage and decisive action, this situation could have ended in tragedy. Congratulations to Tracy King for her actions. Wow. Well done. I would now like to invite Division of Emergency Management Division Director Tony Rossano and Division of Emergency Communications Director Phil Lambert to the stage. Our next three awards will be recognizing the Department of Emergency Communication. And while they make their way up here, I have to say that, let's let that go first. That's more important.
The Frederick County Department of Emergency Communications is powered by a dedicated team of 111 full-time professionals, serving as the critical link between the public and first responders. In 2024, they handled 443,163 emergency and non-emergency calls, dispatching 372,255 calls for service with an average 911 call processing time of just 213 seconds. Their team earned 15 EMS Excellence Awards for life-saving cardiac arrest interventions in 2024. They replaced a 20-year-old CAD system and deployed Convey 911, a multilingual text translation platform, improving accessibility for all. In addition to 21 new hires and 7 promotions, their staff completed over 2,500 hours of training.
They do a great job to answer the toughest calls on people's worst days every day. They're often called the first responders, and we say that for a reason, and we promote that for a reason. They are the calm within the chaos. They do a great job in answering phone calls in the worst scenarios during the worst incidents, and exemplify our 1DEM mission. From the outstanding telecommunicator to the leadership award to the outstanding shift, they all exemplify exactly what we want for our entire division, for our entire Department of Emergency Communications, and really have shown and been inspiration to their peers, to their colleagues, and their stakeholders that they work with every day in the public safety world. We always want to amplify how important it is to have good public safety relationships and outreach to the community. And because we live here and we work here, and it's important to us too that these are our neighbors and our family that we're supporting.
I was just gonna say what's really, and as I read through these comments this week and practicing, it's just inspiring to me what all of you are doing, whether you're recognized here individually today or not. And I just thank you so very much. So let's start here. The Telecommunicator of the Year award is given to Emergency Communications Specialist 3, Maggie Walters. From the moment Maggie Walters joined Frederick County Emergency Communications, she has been a pillar of professionalism and dedication. In 2024, she achieved a major career milestone by completing her fire radio training and earning her promotion in emergency communications to Emergency Communications Specialist 3. Now certified in call taking, police radio, and fire radio, Maggie has proven herself to be an indispensable asset to the team. She is known for her calm and steady demeanor. She provides reassurance to both citizens in distress and first responders in the field. Many deputies and officers have shared that hearing her voice on the radio brings them a sense of calm, even in the most chaotic moments. Her colleagues affectionately call her Crash or the Black Cloud due to the high intensity calls that seem to follow her shifts. But she handles every situation with poise and professionalism. Recently, Maggie also became the Certified Communications Training Officer, playing a vital role in shaping the next generation of emergency dispatchers. Congratulations, Emergency Communications Specialist 3, Maggie Walters. The Leadership Award for Emergency Communications is given to Manager Thomas Ward. Since joining Frederick County Emergency Communications in 2016, Thomas Ward has demonstrated an unwavering commitment to excellence and leadership. Rising through the ranks from recruit to manager, he has mastered call taking, fire dispatch, and police dispatch, all while mentoring countless specialists as an instructor and communications training officer. In his supervisory role, Thomas managed several high-profile incidents, including an officer-involved shooting, a psychiatric crisis standoff, and a tragic firefighter line-of-duty death. His dedication extends beyond emergency operations. He played a crucial role in implementing the Motorola P1 CAD system and led efforts to bring awareness to PTSD and public safety through the documentary PTSD 9/11. Thomas spearheaded initiatives such as department social media outreach, public service announcements, and hiring events. He successfully implemented the Employee of the Quarter program, recognizing outstanding team members. His leadership also extends nationally as the second vice president of the Mideastern Association of Public Safety Communications Officials, where he co-chairs the 2025 National Conference. A dedicated public safety advocate, Thomas also serves as a part-time dispatcher at Mount St. Mary's University and volunteers with the Vigilant Hose Company, where he previously held the role of president. Congratulations, Manager Thomas Ward. Congratulations. The Meritorious Award is given to Emergency Communications Teams C and E. On December 4th, 2024, probationary ECS-1 Sidney Smith took a call from a father reporting his son's suicidal threats, including plans to jump from the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. With real-time updates from the family, ECS-2, Caitlin Byrne, ECS-3, Morgan McKenzie, ECS-3, Joseph Lease, and ECS-4, Mark Johnson, coordinated efforts across agencies, including Maryland State Police, Anne Arundel County, and Queen Anne's County. A cell phone ping confirmed the subject had stopped on the bridge before continuing eastbound on Maryland Route 50 and Maryland Route 301, still threatening suicide. As he neared the Maryland-Delaware state line, dispatchers relayed critical location updates that allowed Maryland State Police troopers to intervene. When the subject turned back towards the bridge, troopers stopped his vehicle near Sudlersville, Maryland, preventing a tragedy. Throughout the incident, ECM Caitlin Caw provided leadership, managing dispatch operations while training a new dispatcher. The seamless communication and quick action of the entire team ensured the individual was safely taken into custody and received necessary care. Congratulations to Emergency Communications Specialist 1, Sydney Smith, Specialist 2, Caitlin Byrne, Specialist 3, Joseph Lease, Specialist 3, Morgan McKenzie, Specialist 4, Mark Johnson, and Manager Caitlin Caw. Congratulations. Congratulations. I would now like to invite Frederick County Animal Control Deputy Director Willie Walton and Sergeant Maggie Hill to the stage. Our next award will be for Frederick County Animal Control.
At Frederick County Animal Control, their 34 dedicated staff members work every day to protect animals and serve the community. In 2024, they responded to 8,439 calls for service, with 2,614 being critical incidents. Big changes are coming at Animal Control. Construction begins in March 2025 to expand and renovate their facility on Rosemont Avenue, improving care for animals in need. Animal Control is active in the community, hosting 180 humane education events, 18 volunteer trainings, and 55 adoption and microchip events. Since July, they have welcomed 3 new animal control officers, and in 2025, they are launching humane outreach calls, helping pet owners provide responsible care over and above what is required by local ordinances and state laws.
I'd like to thank our division as a whole. Our team does a fantastic job working together towards our goals and our mission. Every day we're faced with difficult decisions. A lot of things happen quickly in real time, so we don't often have time to get around and discuss things before we make a decision or act. So they've got to rely on their training and their skills and their knowledge. It's very important that we do things appropriately, do things the right way, that come out with positive outcomes. So we put a lot of effort into that training and that education with our staff, and we want the public to know that. The community can support us by getting to know us, not being afraid to have a conversation with us when we're out in the field and we have time to stop and talk for a minute. The more they know about us and the more we know about them, the better relationship we can have. Open, ongoing communication is a very effective tool to increase people's education. This event showcases our first responders who deserve the recognition, who put in the time and the effort and do things every day to help our community. So this little bit of gratitude that we can express to them, it's not enough. I wish we could do more, but it's well deserved.
Okay. The first honoree, the Officer of the Year Award for Animal Control, is awarded to Animal Control Officer Emily Fry. On February 6, 2024, at 3:13 a.m., Officer Fry responded to assist Maryland State Police with an animal welfare emergency on Jefferson Pike in Knoxville. She discovered 22 small breed dogs living in severe hoarding conditions, surrounded by filth and lacking proper care. Some were unweaned puppies, while others had untreated medical issues, making containment extremely difficult. Despite the unsanitary conditions, Officer Fry worked tirelessly with Maryland State Police troopers to safely secure all the animals. After hours on the scene, she returned to the shelter covered in urine and feces, with some of her equipment so soiled it had to be discarded. She remained on duty to complete case documentation, leading to 44 misdemeanor charges against 2 residents. Both were convicted, and all 22 dogs received veterinary care and were adopted into loving homes. Congratulations, Animal Control Officer Emily Fry. Congratulations. I would now like to invite Sheriff Chuck Jenkins to join me on the stage.
At the Frederick County Sheriff's Office, their 188 dedicated personnel responded to 136,620 calls for service in 2024, with an average emergency response time of 9 minutes and 31 seconds. They recently launched their drone program that will enhance search and rescue operations, event security, and emergency response. Faster and more cost-effective than helicopters, drones allow them to allocate resources to community outreach and officer training. The Sheriff's Office attended 74 community events, hosted their annual Student Resource Officer Night, and welcomed residents to our Frederick County Sheriff's Office Open House, offering hands-on demonstrations and behind-the-scenes access at the Law Enforcement Center. The School Resource Officer Program has 15 assigned personnel that support all FCPS high school, middle, and elementary schools that fall outside of the municipalities that employ their own police departments. In 2024, they welcomed 18 new hires and saw 13 new retirements.
The Frederick County Sheriff's Office is a full-service traditional sheriff's office responsible for primary law enforcement in Frederick County, operations of the detention center, and judicial security at the courthouse and civil process service. What makes this group stand out is the fact they are just so dedicated to what they do every single day. They're committed, they're dedicated. They come to work every day and do a job that sometimes is a little bit dangerous. Sometimes it can be pretty trying and exhausting, but they're committed to the job they've taken on. And again, they came on as young people and they're doing a great job for us. As a group, they embody the mission and goals and efforts of the Sheriff's Office because of the way they do their jobs every day. Again, you get in the car every morning, you come to work, you put the uniform on, you want to serve the public. We respect the public, the place we live and work here in Frederick County. It's a great county, great community, and they simply embody everything that we stand for as law enforcement, the integrity of the individual, of the agency, and we get that respect back from the public. We live in a very unique county, and I think the citizens of Frederick County show the respect and the appreciation every single day. They're not shy about how they express that. I know that every day the men and women of my agency, they tell me about experiences with the public, that they want to buy their lunch, they want to buy a cup of coffee. Again, go back to the letters and emails that I receive every single day, but there is a unique sense of appreciation by the public in this county for not only the Sheriff's Office, but all public safety. I appreciate this opportunity for the Chamber of Commerce to recognize the men and women of the Sheriff's Office and what we do every day, what the men and women do every day to basically uphold the law and protect this community.
Our first honoree. The Life Saving Award is given to Deputy First Class Cassie Betcher. And I'll just say, you never have to hold your applause, not in this section, okay? On August 24th, 2024, at approximately 6:30 a.m., Deputy First Class Betcher noticed flames at the front of her residence on Route 40 during her routine patrol. Upon returning to the scene, she found a deck on fire with flames spreading to the house. Cassie used her fire extinguisher to control the flames and immediately attempted to contact the homeowners. She successfully woke the sleeping residents, including several adults and children, and assisted in evacuating them. She then relayed critical information to emergency communications for appropriate fire response. Thanks to Cassie's quick thinking and actions, the fire was contained and the lives of the family members were saved. Her response likely prevented serious injury or possibly death. Congratulations, Deputy First Class Cassie Betcher. Congratulations. The Distinguished Service Award is given to Detective Bryce McGuire. Detective McGuire has been integral to the success of the Criminal Investigations Section Fugitive Unit. This unit's primary responsibility is the apprehension of violent and repeat offenders, as well as handling the extradition of prisoners to Frederick County. The unit contributed to over 400 arrests and 300 extraditions in 2024. Detective McGuire participated in 33 U.S. Marshal operations, apprehending violent offenders wanted for crimes including murder, felony assault, and illegal firearms possession. On January 7th, 2024, he assisted in the swift apprehension of a murder suspect in Howard County, recovering critical evidence that was important to the case. From January to March, he worked tirelessly on a homicide investigation in Walkersville, which led to the successful apprehension of suspects in Baltimore City. In August 2024, McGuire traveled to Miami to gather evidence in a double murder case, which resulted in the suspect's arrest and extradition to Frederick County. Detective McGuire's expertise, dedication, and leadership has been crucial to the agency's success in 2024. Congratulations, Detective Bryce McGuire. Congratulations, well done. Next, the Sheriff's Office Officer of the Year is Sergeant Nathan Rector. Sergeant Nathan Rector has consistently exceeded expectations in his role as supervisor of the traffic unit, managing responsibilities such as overseeing the tow oversight committee, vehicle storage, radar calibrations, and the intoximeter program. Nathan has made over 900 traffic stops, responded to 100+ vehicle collisions, and made 34 arrests. His leadership secured a grant to combat intoxicated, aggressive, and distracted driving, enhancing proactive enforcement. As vice chair of the Maryland Crash Reconstruction Committee, he helps organize training for law enforcement across multiple states. Nathan played a key role in transitioning the agency to new systems, including P1 in Central Square, and even developed the DUI module. He also led the newly established Patrol Operations Drone Team. His work in the drone program has been instrumental as he helped establish protocols for drone deployment during critical incidents, including a high-profile barricade situation where his actions ensured the safety of deputies and civilians. Please join me in congratulating Sergeant Nathan Rector. Congratulations, Sergeant. Next, the Civilian Employee of the Year for the Sheriff's Office is Technology Manager Ha Van. Havan played a pivotal role in the successful transition to the new Motorola P1 CAD system on April 23, 2024. He spent countless hours updating MTDs, troubleshooting issues, and ensuring smooth system functionality. Han's expertise in coding minimized system disruptions and allowed for a seamless transition to the new system. He adjusted his schedule, working 14-hour days to support patrol teams during the shift to the new system. Ha was also key in the development and implementation of the new records management software, Central Square, and assisted Brunswick and the Thurmont Police Departments with their transitions. He dedicated hundreds of hours verifying system functionalities, creating solutions for the civil process department's needs. Additionally, Han was integral in the acquisition and setup of new computers for the agency. His dedication, expertise, and professionalism has been invaluable to the Sheriff's Office IT department. Congratulations, Technology Manager Havan. And I'm sorry to say that he could not be with us this morning. When you see him, please congratulate him. As I like to say, technology is great, especially when it works. Next up, the Criminal Investigations section of the Frederick County Sheriff's Office is awarded this year's Unit Achievement Award. The Criminal Investigations section, composed of over 26 officers, they investigated 1,133 cases last year, including 3 homicides with suspects located and arrested across state lines. The fugitive unit apprehended over 400 wanted subjects and completed more than 30 extraditions. The Internet Crimes Against Children Unit acted on 280 tips from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, successfully arresting several offenders involved in child pornography. The Sex Offender Unit ensured compliance for over 260 offenders, thus aiding in community safety. Despite a high caseload, detectives balance complex investigations with victim support. The detectives' ability to handle sensitive cases with professionalism and empathy has made a direct impact on families and the county. Their efforts have ensured that justice was served and that Frederick County remains safer. Please join me in congratulating all the members of the Criminal Investigations section. I'd now like to invite Lieutenant Stephen Johnson to join me on stage. Our next 3 awards will recognize the Frederick Barracks of the Maryland State Police.
The Maryland State Police Frederick Barrack is committed to serving and protecting our community with 50 dedicated sworn and civilian personnel. In 2024, their team responded to 27,118 calls for service. They introduced the new 2026 Model Ford Explorers, featuring a modernized paint scheme and internal light bars, as well as newly issued tasers for enhanced safety. In July, they hosted their 5th annual Leadership and Career Development Seminar, and in May, 33 recruits graduated from the MSP Academy. 48 recruits are on track to graduate in August 2025.
The community can foster open communication. Please come out to one of our events. We have National Night Out, we have an open house, Shop with a Cop, Fish with a Cop. Come out, get to know your local officers that are patrolling your communities and your neighborhoods. Our core values in the Maryland State Police are integrity, fairness, and service. Each one of these award recipients represent those 3 core values significantly within the department. These award winners stand out because of their exceptional dedication, professionalism, and their ability to go above and beyond within their community and with their peers. They foster trust, they embody our core values, and they set a high set of standards for their peers every day they come to work. They're 3 fantastic individuals, and I'm very proud to work with them. This is a very humbling and rewarding experience. Each one of my troopers at the barrack has done a phenomenal job, but these 3 stand out, and I'm very happy to see them recognized for their accomplishments. It means a lot to me.
Okay, first up, the Distinguished Service Award this year is given to Senior Trooper Douglas Hopkins. Senior Trooper Hopkins is recognized for his swift and decisive actions that led to the safe recovery of a kidnapped child. On the night of September 19, 2024, he responded to a call for assistance regarding a stolen vehicle with a baby inside. Using his knowledge of the area, he located the suspect's gray Hyundai Elantra traveling east on Interstate 70 near Mount Airy. After confirming the vehicle's identity, Senior Trooper Hopkins conducted a traffic stop. He detained the male subject and found the child unharmed inside the car. Investigators later determined the suspect was heading to Baltimore. No doubt for illicit activity. Our thanks to Senior Trooper Hopkins' quick thinking and bravery, the child was safely reunited with his mother at the scene. Congratulations, Senior Trooper Douglas Hopkins. Well done. The Leadership Award is given this year to Trooper First Class Gabriel Berger. Selected by the Frederick Barrack Command to lead a special enforcement team, Gabriel has demonstrated unmatched initiative and effectiveness. In February, during a traffic stop on Biggs Ford Road, Gabriel observed signs of criminal activity, leading to a canine scan and subsequent search. When the suspect fled on foot across Route 15, Gabriel pursued and tackled him, securing an arrest. His work led to the suspect becoming a confidential informant, aiding ongoing investigations. In June, he stopped a vehicle on Route 75 and identified the driver as a wanted suspect for armed robbery and first-degree assault. A search revealed a loaded, unregistered firearm linked to a crime in Baltimore City. Gabriel also leads the Frederick Barrack in traffic stops, citations, adult arrests, warrant arrests, and drug arrests. Whew. Congratulations to Trooper First Class Gabriel Berger. Congratulations. Thank you. Next, The Officer of the Year for the Maryland State Police is Trooper First Class Albert Kittel. Albert exemplifies dedication, professionalism, and compassion in every aspect of his service. Fluent in 4 languages and with a background spanning 3 continents, he brings a unique perspective to the Maryland State Police. In May, he conducted a traffic stop on I-70, providing crucial details that helped Baltimore police link a passenger to an active homicide investigation. In October, he de-escalated a crisis on I-70, convincing a suicidal individual to voluntarily seek medical help. With over 720 traffic stops, 12 DUI arrests, and leadership in crash investigations, he is a top performer at the Frederick Barrack. Beyond enforcement, he actively engages with the community through the Boys and Girls Club and Big Brothers Big Sisters. Please join me in congratulating Trooper First Class Albert Kittel. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. This is great. I would now like to invite Mount Airy Police Chief Mike Generva and Deputy Chief Brian Hopkins to the stage.
At the Mount Airy Police Department, 10 officers and 2 civilian staff work tirelessly to keep their town safe. In 2024, they responded to 6,944 calls for service, arriving in just 3.74 minutes on average. This year, the department added 6 new patrol vehicles and expanded training with 625 total hours in de-escalation, firearms, and emergency response. Mount Airy officers are in the community, leading the Safe Teen Driving event, business and bank patrol initiative, and more than a dozen outreach events. In 2024, they welcomed 2 new lateral officers, promoted a corporal to sergeant, gave 929 citations, and made 256 total arrests, including 23 DWIs.
The community here in the town of Mount Airy is very supportive since 2017 when I started within the Mount Airy Police Department. They are quite dedicated to having their own police force, from simple waves to Facebook posts to letters from kids, from people coming to the station just saying hi. The award recipients for this year from the Mount Airy Police Department are dedicated, serving their community with honor, dignity, integrity, and professionalism. The impact that they have on the community, it motivates, generates that one-on-one, being a small police department and a small community, but yet being one as a whole. The impact that it has on its colleagues is it boosts morale. Having our own culture within our police force, it definitely does help when these recipients are acknowledged for the hard work that they are committed to. When somebody is acknowledged for something, I mean, again, that's a great benefit. It boosts morale, and it shows that it's self-growth. And not only that, the professionalism that's behind it, it shows that leadership behind it from each phase. So that dedication is outstanding.
Okay. The Officer of the Year for the Mount Airy Police Department is Patrolman First Class Gregory Gephardt. Gregory Gephardt's investigative skills and commitment to public safety has led to major criminal breakthroughs. In May, he investigated a fraudulent purchase attempt of over $6,000 worth of meat from Wagner's Meats. Setting up a sting operation, he arrested 2 suspects from New York City, later uncovering their involvement in a multi-state fraud ring responsible for over $200,000 in stolen goods. This led to a federal investigation with Homeland Security and other agencies. In September, a father reported his juvenile daughter had met with an older man. Despite a language barrier, Gregory's investigation uncovered explicit images and potential human trafficking. He coordinated with the Frederick County Sheriff's Office and Child Advocacy Center, ensuring the case remained active. With 86 arrests, including 7 DWIs and 699 traffic violations issued, Gregory's relentless pursuit of justice has significantly enhanced the safety of Mount Airy. Congratulations to Deputy First Class Gregory Gephardt. Well, let's go from the east side of the county to the west side of the county. I'd like to invite Brunswick Police Chief Kevin Grunwell to join me on stage.
At the Brunswick Police Department, their 18 sworn officers and 2 civilian staff responded to 10,538 calls for service in 2024, with an average emergency response time of 4 minutes and 44 seconds. This year, they launched a new wellness program to support our officers' mental and physical health. BPD is deeply involved in the community, participating in events like Springfest, Railroad Days, Shop with a Cop, Canoe with a Cop, and Trunk or Treat. They also host National Night Out, Faith in Blue, and K-9 demonstrations in partnership with the Brunswick Library. In 2024, they welcomed 3 new hires, with 1 officer currently in the academy. Their team completed over 600 hours of training, including public safety leadership courses, and they hosted a homicide investigation school.
So this year our award winner is a detective with our criminal investigation division. He's been in law enforcement for 35 plus years, but in 2024, Brunswick had its first homicide in almost a decade. And in years past, when we've had a call like this, we've always relied on the Sheriff's Office or Maryland State Police or somebody else to handle the call. With the detective, we were confident that he could handle it with the assistance of the other agencies. So we handled it. We definitely relied on the Frederick City Police and the Frederick County Sheriff's Office with their assistance. We were able to make an arrest within a couple months. Throughout the year, he also was working on a case. We had an armed robbery in 2022, and he was finishing up that investigation. That also led to a successful prosecution. He's just a very in-depth investigator. He does a great job. He takes things personally in a good way. He's also a member of our honor guard, so he does a lot of work outside of criminal investigations. When we have events down here, he's always involved with those. He's just an all-around great asset to the Brunswick Police Department.
So as you heard, the Officer of the Year for the Brunswick Police Department is Detective Gary Klein. Promoted to Detective Corporal in early 2024, Gary played a pivotal role in training a new investigator while leading critical cases. Just weeks into his promotion, Brunswick experienced his first homicide in nearly a decade, a case that deeply shook the community. Despite the department's limited resources, Gary took the lead, working tirelessly for months to identify and eventually charge the suspect. The case presented unique challenges, as there was no prior connection between the victim and the suspect, making it more complex to solve. While mentoring his new investigator, he meticulously gathered evidence, authored court documents, and conducted key interviews. In addition to the homicide, Gary resolved an armed robbery case, tracked down a missing person in danger, and secured the arrest of a stabbing suspect for attempted murder. He also supported fellow officers with search warrants, patrol duties, and crime scene evidence collection. Additionally, he serves on the Brunswick Police Department Honor Guard and is a firearms instructor. Please join me in congratulating Detective Corporal Gary Klein. Good to see you. Congratulations. Okay, we're going to come to the middle of the county. We're coming to Frederick. So I'd like to invite Frederick Police Chief Jason Lando and Mayor Michael O'Connor to the stage.
At the Frederick Police Department, 146 sworn police officers and 56 civilian employees serve and protect the city of Frederick. In 2024, the agency responded to 83,262 calls for service, with their average response time to high priority calls being 4 minutes 37 seconds. The department continually works to strengthen relationships with city residents with the use of community initiatives and outreach events. In 2024, there were 14 new hires, 3 promotions, and 4 retirements. Officers continue to train and gain certifications throughout the year so they can best serve the public.
These are individuals that didn't just do one remarkable thing, but as I looked at the list, they are a group of folks that go above and beyond every single day in the way they protect and serve and the way they take care of this community. For me, one of the things is how they always put other people first. It's just truly remarkable to see like the hours they put in, the time away from their families, the things that they've done throughout the year where they really do just constantly put other people before themselves, and it's reflected in their work. They are the reason why the Frederick community loves its police department. This is not something that you see all over the country. I often talk about or tell officers, especially when I was brand new here, when people asked, what are your expectations? I said, I just expect that you are going to treat the public the way that you would want your own family member treated in that situation. And these guys and ladies that are being recognized today really take that to heart. The way they conduct themselves every day, the way they take care of this community is truly remarkable, and they are the reason why the Frederick community loves its police department.
All right, boy, I think this is the whole Frederick Police Department here. Maybe I should turn this way. You think? Okay. I love the whoop whoops. Okay, first up, the Distinguished Service Award is given to Detective David DeWeese. There we go. David DeWeese was exceptional in his work in investigating a child exploitation case in 2024. He was assigned a cyber tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Detective DeWeese traced the tip back to an address in Frederick and conducted a crucial interview with a male resident who was a substitute teacher with Frederick County Public Schools. During the interview, the suspect admitted to viewing child sexual abuse material, which led to the seizure of electronics and the discovery of numerous materials. Detective DeWeese then executed a search warrant, leading to the male's arrest on 11 counts of possession of child pornography. Further forensic examination of the seized devices revealed additional material, resulting in 24 counts against the suspect. When parents of students expressed concern, Detective DeWeese coordinated child forensic interviews. His dedication assured no further victims were identified, and the suspect was removed from his position in the school system. Congratulations, Detective David DeWeese. And unfortunately, Detective Deweese could not be with us this morning. Please congratulate him when you see him. The Officer of the Year Award is given to Officer First Class Nicholas Aylward. Officer Nicholas Aylward is a well-rounded officer who seamlessly balances his duties in patrol work, training, community involvement. As a patrol officer in Squad B, he ensures the safety and security of the community while volunteering extensive hours to assist with defensive tactics training for the department. Beyond training, Officer Aylward is also a member of the Special Response Team, attending regular training sessions and responding to critical situations, even on his days off. His dedication to community engagement is reflected in his role as a liaison for the Asian American Center of Frederick, where he regularly participates in meeting and addresses community concerns. Officer Aylward's ability to manage multiple responsibilities was also demonstrated in several high-stakes incidents last year. In October, he responded to a shooting, apprehended a suspect, and rendered care to the victim, earning a Bronze Star for his actions. In November, he responded to a suicidal individual, where he showed remarkable compassion and communication skills while trying to prevent the tragic outcome. Officer Aylward has an exceptional ability to serve his department and community in multiple capacities, always prioritizing safety, skill development, and fostering positive relationships. Congratulations, Officer First Class Nicholas Aylward. Congratulations. Well done. Okay. The Civilian Employee of the Year Award is given to Assistant Communications Supervisor Samantha Green. You have your own cheering section. With 6 years of service, Samantha consistently exceeds expectations in her role as Assistant Communications Supervisor. Not only does she manage her responsibilities, but she also actively works on the floor, ensuring the workload is evenly distributed among her team. Samantha has been instrumental in training new emergency communications specialists, helping to bring the staffing level to completion with multiple back-to-back trainees this year. She led the revamping of the C-STEP program, transitioning it to a digital platform by tackling complex issues and streamlining tasks, all while balancing her regular duties. Samantha also assisted in the rollout of a new records management system by creating reference PowerPoints for the communications section. Her adaptability and high work ethic, especially during times of change, make her an invaluable member to the department. Congratulations, Assistant Communications Specialist Samantha Green. Congratulations. The Outstanding Telecommunicator of the Year is awarded to Emergency Communications Specialist Serena Bowers. Serena Bowers has excelled in both operational and administrative roles during her 6 years with the agency. In October, when shots were fired in downtown Frederick, Serena, as primary on the radio, coordinated the response, directing units to the scene, staging EMS, and tracking the locations of officers, victims, and the suspect. Her calm and efficient management of radio communications helped resolve the situation with the suspect in custody and victims transported to the hospital. A month later, during a standoff with a suicidal subject, Serena ensured officers' needs were met, including staging EMS and coordinating with specialized police teams. Beyond her operational duties, Serena maintains the department's compliance with state audit guidelines, performing quality assurance checks and volunteering for audits. Serena also excels as a trainer, mentoring many new emergency communications specialists throughout the year and through their first 300 hours of training, and also assists fellow trainers with scenario-based training. Congratulations to Emergency Communications Specialist Serena Bowers. And unfortunately, Serena could also not be here today. I think she's working. No, I'm just kidding. I hope she's someplace warm. So here we go. Our final award of the morning. And it is the Unit Achievement Award given to the City Tactical Investigation Unit. The City Tactical Investigation Unit, consisting of 8 dedicated members, is being recognized for their exceptional work in 2024. The team arrested 7 individuals for firearms violations and seized 15 firearms. Additionally, the unit made significant drug seizures, including 2,300 grams of cocaine, 1,900 grams of fentanyl, 1,800 grams of methamphetamine, 4,200 grams of marijuana, and various prescription pills. The unit's efforts led to the dismantling of 5 drug trafficking organizations, including one responsible for trafficking cocaine and fentanyl across state lines. The unit also seized $170,000 in currency and made a total of 59 arrests. Their tireless work continues to make Frederick City and County safer, and each member on the team plays a critical role in these impactful investigations. Please join me in congratulating the City Tactical Investigation Unit. Would everyone please join me one more time in congratulating all of our honorees this morning, please. This is wonderful. And before I turn the program back over to Rick Weldon, my dear friend, I do want to recognize that you see some very nice flowers on the table, and these were courtesy of a Bloom Flowers. And they would like someone to take the arrangement home. So if there's one on the table,
Fight amongst yourselves.
Fight among yourselves, exactly. Well, please bring those home. And thank you so much for your attention this morning, and thank you all. In our community, which is a special community, public safety, all of you here, you are the foundation of our community. And as a resident of 25 years, I cannot thank you enough for the work you do and all of your colleagues do. Have a wonderful day.
I know some of the people that came up here this morning, being up on a stage, being given a recognition in front of a lot of people is like the last thing in the world they want to do. Imagine being Steve Hine and having to read about 40 pages, two-sided, double-spaced all morning. Thank you very much, Steve. You did a fantastic job. Thank you to our elected officials, County Executive Fitzwater, Mayor O'Connor, our city council members and town council members. Thank you very much for being here. I want to congratulate all of the awardees. Again, the work you do is incredibly inspiring. We would not be who we are. We would not celebrate what we have were it not for you. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors, but particularly the Clarion Inn, Audio Video Group, and FCG-TV for doing another incredible, outstanding job. Thank you. And how about the families, those of you that are here supporting an awardee? Our debt of gratitude cannot be repaid to you for the sacrifices that you made. And finally, last but not least, I want to personally thank everyone in this room who does this work, sworn or not, every day, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, appreciation from the bottom of our heart, and we look forward. Next year, we'll be back here because I think we're going for 500 next year. So congratulations. Have a great day. Be safe out there. See you next year.